I spent more than $20,000 on mentorships to help online coaches grow their business with organic content. And I'm gonna be spilling the most valuable ideas and learnings I took from those courses in less than 60 minutes, starting now. Alright, so I want to get to the value as fast as possible, but you need to understand that in the value equation, the perceived likelihoodness that something is actually gonna work for you will decide if it's valuable or not. So I need to show you some results before I go into the information. So please bear with me. I'm actually gonna just pause the video and you could take a look at it, right? So this is some of my client results here. This is also myself. So I made $6,000 in the first 30 days of doing organic content with the system and everything that I'm going to be showing you soon. And also, like, one of my clients with 197 followers, I'd like to go through this one. He signed 5 clients in 24 hours from one reel. You could pause the rest and look at it. I can't go through it right now. This is the latest mentorship that I bought for $5,000. Let's get straight into it. Last results, let me just go through this one real quickly. In only 22 days, right? This is one of my most recent results, and right now my client Chimbi is at 21,000 followers, so you could go check it out. You could literally see it here, right? I'm not gonna explain it, so you could pause the video and just look at it real quick. Now let's get straight into it, right? So number one, your niche is you. And guys, I need to get into the value quick because I don't want to make this video too long. I want to make it as valuable as possible. Number one, your niche is you. You have to be different and authentic or you'll become a commodity. All right, so let me give you a quick example, right? Let's say, I have like these two things, right? So let's say this was chocolate, right? Let's say this was actually chocolate. Both of them are premium chocolate. They have the same name, they smell the same, they're the same size and everything, but this one is $5 and this one is $10, right? Basically, you will go for the one at $5 because there is no difference. Now, I asked a guy that and he told me he'll always go for the higher one. I was like, why would you go for the higher one? Because there is a difference, right? He said, yes, whenever you spend more, you get better. But in this case, what I'm saying is there is no difference. So you obviously go for the one for the lower price, right? And it's the same thing that's happened with personal brands now. Everyone is posting tips and trick videos. They're all hopping on trends. So you become just like the entire market. There is no differentiator between you and someone else. You might get followers, but when you want to sell a product now, you're almost like everyone else. So they'll just go for the one at the lowest price and then you start fighting price wars. You don't want that, okay? So you need to be yourself. And basically that's what I'm telling you, but everyone tells you to be yourself. You already know that. You know that's in life, like be yourself, right? But I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. That one no one is telling you. All right, so I'll give some practical examples. Number one, oh my gosh. What you could do is document your journey, right? So you could do a series basically, right? Like I was doing series and that's how I grew this account, right? So I did a series of, I'm not even going to name the series, but basically, yeah, I did a series, right? And also I was like day in the life video. So I was doing like day one to becoming whatever, right? And I still even do it sometimes now. It works super, super well. And guess what? My audience trusts me a lot because they could see exactly what I'm doing every single day. What you could also do, let's say you're a business or something, you could do behind the scenes, or you could just do behind the scenes even though like you're a normal personal brand, right? Basically, day in the life videos will literally be like a behind the scenes, right? That's what a day in the life video is. And documenting your journey, like doing a series, it's almost like bringing people along the journey. That way they feel connected to you, right? They almost feel part of you because they're following the journey. They riff you on it, right? The next one you can do is talk about how you feel. So be vulnerable, right? So a way that I did that in like one of my most recent videos, I talked about how I messed up. Like I was literally screwing or whatever, right? Like just doom screwing again, and I caught myself and basically I made a video on it, right? So what you can do is talk about maybe you maybe messed up. Doesn't need to be in the past alone because a lot of people like to talk about past mistakes. You also need to talk about your struggles right now, because if you're not doing that, people can't really connect with you. They need to see that, hey, he's actually a human, he's going through the same problems as me, but he's overcoming them, right? That makes you so relatable, that makes you so authentic, because you're not just being a robot on social media, and you're actually being a real human being that no one else could really copy from you. Never try and hold back things on social media. The more you can actually put out, obviously you don't need to put out everything on social media how you feel, right? But the more you can actually put out and show that, hey, you're a human being, you're going through the same things, people can actually relate to that so much more, right? The next one you could do is talk about your journey. Talk about where you were before and where you are now, right? Transformation edits work super, super well. So I'm sure you've seen maybe business coaches, they'd show themselves super poor and now they show themselves in a Lambo or like a Bugatti or like in some private jet or something, right? Also fitness coaches would do it a lot, or like any fitness influencer, they'll show themselves overweight and then they'll show themselves jacked, and that will make people trust you so much more because they could see themselves in your past self. Also, transformation edits go super viral. Like the more wild it was, like if you were super poor and now you super rich, or like you were super, super overweight and now you super, super jacked, the better it is. The next thing you can do, I got that from a podcast, you can interject parts of your personal life and journey in your content. Let's say you're talking about something super bland, it's a boring topic. You could maybe talk about maybe your coffee, right? You could talk about your morning routine. Imagine if like your daughter or son or something comes in the room and like just maybe talk about like something about them, right? Or whatever it might be. Just trying to show, little human parts of yourself. That'll make people connect with you so much more, and that way they're not treating your page like a website. What I mean by that is, imagine if a guy is talking about back pain in his personal brand, right? You will only go to his page when you have back pain. Now that's good and fine, but still, imagine if you never have back pain again, right? Imagine if no one has back pain. He has nothing again. You want people to not follow you just for what you're selling, but for yourself also, because that will make you stand out. So imagine if another guy is doing back pain stuff also, they will come to you instead because they also have a deeper relationship with you than with the other guy. The next one is you can use personal story hooks. So those work super well. They actually sometimes works better than when you just use a normal bland hook. Let me give an example that I can use for a fitness coach. I went from 250 pounds all the way to 170 pounds in less than 6 months and faced a ton of plateaus along the way. But here's how I overcame them all. So basically that builds so much more trust with your audience because they can see, hey, he actually went through that. And sometimes instead of using somebody else's thing, it's getting so much better on social media when you can use your own life to talk about a lot of stuff. Remember, it's all about you. It's your personal brand. It's so good when you can actually use personal story hooks, even though you might have other results because you're the face of the brand. Always remember that. Number 2, people buy from those they trust the most to give them their desired outcome. And the only way to build trust with your audience is to spend more time with them. Imagine if, let's say, you're a fitness coach, right? People will buy from you over John if they have a deeper relationship with you, right? The only way to do that is to spend more time with them, right? And how do you do that? With the 7-11-4 rule. There's even like a whole podcast on the Diary of a CEO YouTube channel about it, but basically it's originating from a Google's research suggesting that before a customer makes a purchase with you, they need to engage with your brand for 7 hours, which means watch your content for 7 hours. That's the only way they could engage with your brand. Basically have 11 touch points, so they're not gonna watch all your content in one season in like 7 hours, like one go, unless like they're maybe like super obsessed with you, which I don't think that ever happens. But basically have 11 touch points, so over 11 touch points or more, they would watch your content, right, and then trust you more and interact across 4 different locations. I always take everything with a grain of salt because the last part, I think you only need like a short form content platform and a long form content platform, right? I think that's all you really need. So like 2 platforms for the most, and I think that should be it. Now here is the content frequency that I use for my clients to make sure that they're actually following the 7-11-4 rule, and it works like magic. 1 reel every single day, 1 YouTube short, and that's the week's here, and that is the month, right? YouTube shorts, you just repost your reels. Basically your Instagram stories, 10 Instagram stories are super good. I have a whole Instagram story strategy. I'll maybe make a video on that, but they're super good because they show yourself in real time and no other platform can ever do that, right? Then YouTube videos, 2 every single week. Free for the max, don't go above free. And if you're feeling super motivated because you'll start losing quality, it'll be better to just make your videos better than trying to increase the frequency. Now, number 3, you might post a lot of content. You can follow that. But if you imagine 0 times 7, 0 times 7 is what? 0. Right? 0 times 30 is what? 0. So imagine if you're just posting old content, it will still end up as 0 because it was 0 to begin with, right? So you need to make sure you're actually posting good content, and this is a video structure that I actually use for my clients to get results like this, right? Let me show you real quick. You need to have the hook, social proof, value, and CTA. So basically you have the hook, so you're making a claim, then you need to back up the claim, right, with social proof. So you could use your own self or you could use others, right? Basically that's the only way you could really use social proof, right? Then you give actionable value, so you need to give value that actually makes real force in the world and not just stuff like be yourself. So basically somebody who's maybe making this video would say be yourself, right? That is not actionable value because everyone is already saying it. You need to tell them how to be themselves. So I literally gave you actionable value in this video, and this is even more actionable value on exactly how to do your videos, right? So social proof, then value, then CTA. A nice way to do your CTAs, other than the normal ones of comments for this or like follow me for more. You can also tell people, go watch more of my content. Why? Because you're trying to do the 7-11-4 rule. The more videos they watch, the better it is. So tell them to watch more videos, right? Just tell them to do that. When they watch your stories, they'll see your CTAs, they'll see your link, they'll click it, they will follow your call to actions in your bio. You don't need to tell them to take action. They will take it on their own, the more trust they build with you. Now, here's why some people can't sell through video, right? The reason why is because people can 1000% smell if you're full of BS, basically, right? And let me explain what that means. First off, you don't have undeniable results. Basically, I just showed you undeniable results here, and the reason why it's undeniable because you could message my clients and you'll find out that it's real, right? So I'm not just like saying stuff just for saying stuff's sake. It's real, basically, right? And it's the same thing for you. Let's say you're a fitness coach, you need to have client results, you need to have client testimonials, you need to have undeniable results. If you're a business coach, whatever it may be, you need to have undeniable results. And if you don't have, then go get some, right? Go work for free. Or you could use your own self. As I said, you could use a personal story hook. That's a really good way for you to actually build trust with your audience, and you don't need to have results, basically, right? If your results on your own body or your own business transformation or whatever is super good. The next one is your content and actionable advice is so lackluster that it doesn't cause force in the real world to be generated, right? So basically, you need to make sure you're actually providing value. A lot of people, when you watch maybe one of Alex Amoz's videos, or like you watch one of those really good business gurus videos, right? You actually lead the video with something to implement, right? They're not just telling you a bunch of fluff or motivating you, right? They're actually, or even though it's motivation, you still need to give actionable value. Basically, make sure you will pay $5 for any video you put out, right? If it's not worth $5, then don't put it out, right? I will pay $10. I will pay like $100 for this thing, right? Because this is actually a lot of really good. I'll pay even more for that. That is a lot of good advice here, and that's the same way you need to think about every video that you put out, because if your free stuff is so good, people would be like, what is this paid stuff like? All right, guys, I've saved the last for best. Proof over promise. If there's one thing you get from this video, please let it be this. Stop promising people things. Just show them proof that you can do what you say you can. If you don't have results, then use your own transformation journey or just go and get some. Right? Like if you think you can't get someone results, then you shouldn't even be marketing yourself as someone who could get results if you know you can't, right? You only need to market stuff that is real. That is the best way to build an ethical company. So places to post your proof is on your Instagram stories every single day. Every single day, I want to see your stories with proof on them, right? That could be maybe a little client win from a WhatsApp text. So it could literally be anything, right? I don't care. A WhatsApp voice message from a client win, a client transformation, screenshot of maybe more followers they got. Like I would do that. Whatever it is, make sure you have wins on your stories every single day, right? You always want to be showing proof down your audience throats. If they're seeing proof every single day, trust me, it's a matter of time before they just sign one with you, right? They're literally watching it. Trust me, they're watching it, they're taking it in, and it's just a matter of time before they just sign up with you because they're tired of the results not being them. Also, after your hook in your content, you could insert social proof all throughout your long form videos, right? So like I've been doing throughout this video, or just like I was saying here, that is the way for you to do social proof. Before I end this video, I want to just open up about a little addiction that I have, which is giving a lot of value. I just can't stop. So basically what I'm gonna do is give you a 20-minute walkthrough of StepFlow OS, which is the step-by-step system that I use exclusively for my clients. I'm gonna be showing you for free on a 20-minute call. If you like that, at the end of the call, you'll understand exactly how I helped multiple coaches scale to $10,000 a month and beyond with a content system that only requires a couple hours from you every single week. Yes, a couple. And this results here in only 22 days. Chimdi went from 2,500 all to 15.3k, and now he's at 21,000 or even more than that, right? Basically, he's only spending a couple hours on his content every single week. He doesn't need to spend a bunch of time on it. And I hear some of the coaches, they're not doing content because they don't have 40 minutes a week. I have clients who spend so little time on their content. You don't know exactly how I do it, and just use it for yourself, just like I showed you everything here in this video. Then just book a call. I'm gonna put the link down below. Book a call and treat yourself nice. I'll give you everything that you need. Talk soon. Take care.